So far, the selects that we've used have been pretty simple. We've been doing a sort or a filter. And we haven't done anything that's extremely complicated. And our next one is going to be a little more complicated because we are going to be looking for a value that is inside a range. And in order to do that, we have to use the where with the between clause. So we're going to start this the way we do all of them. We're going to do use AP and select. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it. And we want invoice number, invoice date, and invoice total. And all of this is coming from invoices. Once we get that part in there, little red squiggles go away. And now we get to the part of this particular select that is more complicated. We want an invoice date that is between January 1st, 2016 and May 31st, 2016. So the way we code a between is we give it the column first, which is invoice date. And then we give it the keyword between. And now we're going to tell it the first value. Now, the values we're looking at are in the small date time format, and we do need to put them in single quotes. And this is the part that most people miss. So the format is 2016-01-01, all of that in single quotes. That's our first value. And we need the keyword and. And now we're going to give it the second value, which is 2016-05-31. Okay, so that is our filter criteria. And our result set needs to be sorted by the invoice date. So we're going to say order by invoice date. And at this point, our query is done, so we're going to go ahead and execute it. And if we double check the invoice date, we should notice all of the values are in the range that we specified. And I am going to move this little closing comment down. And above this query, I'm going to enter task number 2. And then I'm going to save my changes. For our next query, this one is actually a little tricky because we have a calculated column and we are going to use the calculation for the filter, and we're also going to use the calculation for the sort. And there are some quirky little rules that you have to remember for this. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to copy the first part of this. Control C to copy, Control V as in Victor to paste. And what we want is invoice number, invoice date, invoice total, and then we need a calculated column, which is going to be called balance due. And so that is our invoice total minus our payment total minus the credit total. And we're going to save that as balance due. Now, if you want 2 separate words with a space, you either have to put it in brackets or in single quotes. If you want it just to be one word with no spaces, I would enter it like this. This is camel casing, where you capitalize the first letter of the second word. Okay, that's perfectly acceptable, done in programming all the time. If you prefer 2 words, that's okay too. I would just put it in single quotes. So we've got our column specified. We've told it the database and the table. And now we need to give it our filter criteria. So we need to use the where clause. Now, the little glitch in this is that you cannot use a calculated column in a where clause because the rationale is that the column may not have been calculated yet. In our case, it is, but it's still not allowed. So we're going to, if we want to check for a balance due greater than 0, basically we have to take this equation and put the equation in the filter. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it down here and check to see if that equation is greater than 0. And if it is, I want the row displayed, and I want all of the rows sorted in descending order by the balance due. So for sorting, you are allowed to use an alias. So I can say order by balance due, and I want that in descending order. Now, the reason it's letting you sort by the alias is because you are sorting the result set. And by the time you get to order by, the result set exists. It's already been created. You're just sorting it. Okay? And the result set is going to have a column called balance due, and that is why you're allowed to do it here. So that is the end of my statement. So I entered a semicolon. And now I'm going to go ahead and run this. And if we look at the balance due column, we will notice that it is in descending order with the larger amounts first, and all of those amounts are greater than 0. So at this point, this worked correctly, and I am going to move my closing comment to the end of that select statement, and I'm going to save my changes.